What's up, everyone? This is the Fraser LeVay podcast. It is our weekly segment of the NFL with Fraser Cousin Stace, who wants to be Chainsaw. We're still undecided on
Not doing
that.
it.
We're going
Hey,
winners and losers. NFL week 1, and then we'll go over some betting lines week 2, as well as just overall thoughts from week 1. Stace, any hot takes you got from week 1 of watching?
hot takes. Over aggressive last week. My prediction that the Patriots would go 0-17.
Sir. Yes, sir.
I think we had to address that right off the bat.
Yes, sir. You should. We should.
Hey?
Yeah. You should see you holding up a case of ice cold Bud Light right now.
I have some Bud Light here, actually.
Yeah,
I
need to go get me some new ones. I want some fresh ones.
Yeah.
Right from the store. Them ice cold, and we can sit by the lake or by a pool and drink them together if you like. But they need to be
I would
not
like
the
that.
recycled ones. Yeah,
I would
not
like
the
that.
recycled ones from the back of your fridge. They need to be fresh.
Well,
And I mean,
hey,
it was awesome.
just to be sure, those Bud Lights in my fridge do not sit too long, so
That's fair.
they're pretty much fresh.
Yeah, they'll get to the
Nonetheless,
expiry date.
you got your I've never had to worry about expiry dates when it comes to beer.
Anything or food?
Whoa!
Yeah.
Already, hey, phrase.
How'd you think I called it, though? Did I not tell you that it was maybe week 1 you're going to lose this bet?
It was an aggressive bet.
Yeah. You're not the only one, though.
Yeah.
We had our football pool on Saturday, Fraser, and there was a Bengals fan there, and made a similar bet. So,
Ooh.
yeah, I'm getting an early start on stocking up the beer fridge for ski season from just these fools. Maybe I'm hoping more people are going to take me up on it because there's more wins to come.
Hey,
Ooh, more wins.
Speaking of fantasy, I went 4-0 this week, fellas. 4 wins.
Nice.
You're
Yeah.
4 fantasy leagues?
Yeah, it's not great. That's a lot.
Do you count the guillotine as one of the wins when you just had to beat one person at 18?
I actually won my game. That's weird too. Is why you have a game when it doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How about you, Fraser? Did you win?
I went 3-1. Yeah.
Yeah.
I lost to someone. I can't say who I lost to, but yeah. Anyways, 3-1.
Yeah.
Blaise, what'd you do?
3-0. Well, 2-0,
nice.
and then the guillotine. I survived the guillotine. That's
Yeah.
I was a little worried, and I'm a little worried going to this week because my quarterback is Mr. Love.
Oh.
So that's not great. And there's not a lot of pickings on the old scrap heap to grab a quarterback. So, but you know what? It's survive in advance. The goal is to get through week 1, and I did that. So we'll just try and do it again.
Yeah, Stace, we were talking before you hopped on. It's worrisome about Jordan Love, but you guys have a shit schedule. The Packers have who this year? The Bears, then the Titans, and the Vikings. So I think you guys might be all right.
Yeah.
Colts.
Colts, that's right.
I'm a big Malik guy myself, so I think we're okay. Yeah. He looked pretty comfortable coming in relief there for those couple plays.
He did he? Yeah, I thought it was a really good decision just to not throw the ball away on that Hail Mary. Just to, you don't want to risk an interception there, right? So just take the sack.
Take your sack, and let's come out next week swinging.
Yeah, you don't want to get injured again or put on bad film, you know?
Yeah, that's right.
Can't have that. Can't have it.
Yeah. I was thinking there might have been a Tannehill pickup this week, but it doesn't seem that way. I would have liked to see
that. That was the rumor, but what's his name? Your coach spoke yesterday. He seemed pretty confident that it was going to be Willis starting. So
he does watch the game film. So
well, yeah.
You'd hope.
Probably better than we do.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
He sees
less
things.
drunk.
Yeah.
The Bengals. Is Joe Burrow done? I mean, let's not. It's only one game, but this wrist injury we talked about, everyone talks about. He didn't push the ball downfield.
No.
Are the Bengals in trouble?
I mean, it's never good when it's like the first game back after injury and you see him multiple times kind of, pulling this off with his wrist and clenching it out. So it's clearly not right. It's not 100%. It's, even if it's not, like a strength issue, it's in his head. He's clearly thinking about it. So I don't know, but it's also not easy. Your first game back and your receivers are covered like an absolute glove by the best secondary in football. Like guy can only do so much.
That's true.
Pouty Pants Chase there, he had his little holdout, and then he was sick, not sure if he was going to play, on, and then he came out and he just ran into the buzzsaw that is Christian Gonzalez, and he got just eliminated. He had one big catch when he was in zone coverage against a linebacker, and other than that, he was pretty much a non-factor. So, once he plays in a team that doesn't have, the second coming of the Steel Curtain defense, then I think it's probably a better judge. But, tough ask for him, right, to go up against those boys in week one.
Stace, I think we learned never to ask a Patriots question in this podcast again. Somehow the Bengals turns into a propaganda piece.
No, I'm just saying, it's hard to judge that. You got to consider who they're playing.
I can't really comment. Outside of New England, Blaise may be the only guy who actually watched that game. So I don't know what kind of. Where did you find that game on? You must have
the
YouTube or something. Yeah. So
YouTube.
Anyway.
Yeah, you must have YouTube.
Yeah, they're all on YouTube, Stace.
They are, all of them.
Yeah.
Now
Yes.
you have to pay. So, but anyhow,
Yeah, that's simply how the internet and TV works.
It's a crazy thing, isn't it? No.
Yeah. Will you fade? Will you fade the Bengals from here on out until they show you something? I wonder what the line is.
It's hard to put too much faith until you see it, right? When they get Higgins back, maybe it's the same old, but they've been known to start slow, and that's kind of just their MO. But people were more excited this year that Burrow actually was at training camp and not injured. So, I think people expected more, but this is kind of their thing. They start out pretty slow usually the first couple of weeks, and I don't think they're dead and buried by any stretch.
Yeah, it is only week one. As a football fan, I want Burrow to be good. I've got a loser take coming up, which will tell you why I want Burrow to be good. But I read more stories how he couldn't push the ball downfield in training camp. As we all know, like in July, he was held out of throwing every third practice or third day or something. So that can't be a good sign. I'm not a quarterback. Stace, maybe you are, but not throwing can't be a good thing, right?
I think it's important to throw, especially this day and age.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe
we're not running
30,
the Army
40
offense
years ago
anymore.
wasn't as much. Yeah.
Or maybe we are this week. Did you see the numbers? The
Packers may be running that offense this week.
Yeah. Yeah. They might be running the veer. They might be going back to the Titans days and pulling out the veer.
Is that with the two fullbacks and double tight end set? Is that the veer?
There's certainly extra running backs on the field.
Yeah.
Wishbone. Maybe they could go to the wishbone with old Malik.
That may work.
That'd be nice.
Get him out in space.
Yeah.
But no, Fred, I mean, if you look across the board, it's not just them, right? Like the average passing yards around the league was like under 175. It's not good. It was Sam Darnold, I think, was the leading passer, was he not? That's nobody had that on their bingo card.
Let's not jump into the big winners of the week. Let's stick on the losers. We'll get to the winners. You're jumping ahead. Let's jump ahead.
What about Danny Nichols look good? He looks fine, eh?
Yeah.
That's hot mess up there, right?
That's brutal.
Starting with the uniforms. What was that?
Was it the Montreal Canadiens?
It was horrible. They have good unis. Like the Giants have classic uniforms, and who
is that even a
how does the owner not look at that and say, okay, who signed off on this? Somebody's fired. Yeah. You have to just fire somebody.
Yeah.
At some point, I want to believe that he approved it, right?
Maybe it was the same guy who let Barkley go.
That's what I was gonna say.
Just throw the jersey in. Miles, you're on a roll now. You're on a heater, eh?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Hard Knocks. The owner was not pleased about letting Barkley go, and then this.
Not at all.
Owner's gonna be chopping heads by week 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He is.
Yeah, that looks like a good drop, hey? Not signing him looks good now.
He speaking of quarterback play, Blaise, I have it as one of my losers as well. But yeah, only 9 players threw over 250 yards. 17 quarterbacks threw for 200 yards or under. It was disgusting.
Not great. Not great. Ground and pound.
It's that the new rule where the tackle's got to be further up in the box. That's what's doing it. They don't got. It's changing everything. Did you see how many times they called that penalty?
In the one game?
Yeah, in the one game, exactly.
Against the one team.
That's right.
Yeah, they didn't call it against both teams. They just called it against the team playing the Chiefs.
Yeah, that's fair.
Who could have seen that coming?
It seemed like it was called a few other times this weekend, but it just seemed like the NFL causing and solving an issue that didn't need solving. Like, it was just, why are we wasting more time? Don't they want more offense? So why would you? They change every rule for more offense. So why are we adding this? It's just
I don't think it's not rule changes. It's like the biggest problem around the league, and has been for a couple of years, is the offensive line play is bad. It's bad everywhere. They get overmatched every game almost, outside of a few teams, right? Like Detroit, Philly, San Fran last night. Like these lines just. They're so far behind, and you'd like to think over the season they'll catch up, but the O-line play is just not, and if you don't have that, you're not going to have a passing game.
Do you think it's anything to do with like how we would see 10, 20 years ago, people going to receiver who are really good, So instead of cornerback, where obviously cornerbacks are good, but are we seeing the best athletes playing that position? Like growing up, like, oh, you're the best athlete out here. You're playing defensive end. You're playing defensive tackle versus being an offensive lineman?
I think it's a combination. Like, they're cyborgs. Those the D linemen are freaks.
Right? That's where they put the
athletes on the field. And not saying that the O linemen aren't great athletes, they are, but in the college game is just so quick now, and it's just such. They're not taught, like, they don't have to work at the stuff that they're going to use in the NFL, right? Like the drop back passing game and the 5-step drop and everything is just so quick rhythm, right? The Oregon offense and the Lane Kiffin stuff and all that, where the ball's just gone so quick that the O-line play is basically just make sure that the guy rushing you has to take 2 steps further to get to the quarterback, right? The ball's going to be gone anyway. And now when they get into the league, they can't play. And the D linemen are just feasting. They're just better. They're just like I said, I don't necessarily say that the athletes are different. I think the athletes are the same on the O-line. I just don't know. They're not getting the amount of reps they used to because they can't hit as much in practice, and it's falling behind. And you can see it in every game. You can see the offensive lines just getting pushed around outside of a few teams.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think quarterback play, line play, I have as one of my losers is rookie QBs.
Yeah.
But I also don't. I had an epiphany about rookie QBs. Was I hate. I'm really down on them and negative. But I think it's more just everyone's hyped them up so much that has made me take such a stance against. Like, had they been like, Caleb Williams, he'll be a nice quarterback, blah, blah, blah. Jaden Daniels, if things work out, he could be a starter. But it's like, Caleb Williams is the best quarterback since Andrew Luck, and Jaden Daniels is going to be Lamar Jackson or whatever. So now I've been like, what are you talking about? So maybe they're just like we saw CJ Stroud last year. That's not the rule. That's once, every 3, 5, 7 years we have a CJ Stroud?
Absolutely. And he wasn't great in week 1 last year. Mm-hmm. So, let's see what happens. Give it a little bit of time. And I think there's obviously going to be, I didn't really get the chance to watch CJ or Caleb, but watch a little bit of Bo Nix. And you know what? He was a mess for a lot of the game, but he had a couple drives late where at least he kind of showed what his moxie, right? Like, he's going to be a gamer, just whether he's going to be able to, just keep his team in the game long enough for those late drives to matter is going to be the problem for him.
They also don't get any reps in preseason. They never sit on the bench. They're put in right away to start, right? And most of them aren't ready to start, so they suck at the beginning.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Which I think in this day and age we're told they're going to be amazing, like how the Bears were going to make the playoffs, and they're this huge new offense where Peyton Manning had 3 wins his first year, and
Yeah.
What
Set a
quarterback's
record
done
for
really well?
interceptions.
Yeah. What quarterback's done well in the last 10 years that didn't sit, that just was like thrust in? Has any? There's probably got to be one or two, right?
Yeah, so there's Stroud, Herbert.
Wilson. Russell Wilson.
That's Wilson. That's
He
going back. That's a decade now, though.
Well, 10 years, decade.
Yeah. Herbert, right, when he wasn't supposed to play, and then their Tyrod had that trainer try to end his life, which was not great pregame.
No, don't want that.
And but yeah, who else did Lamar play his first year, or was he more? He kind of came in partway through, didn't he?
Yeah, I was doing when we were arguing last night with Bud. He came in the last 7 games and he did well. He was like 6-1, but he got to sit.
Yeah,
I think we talked about last week too how much different it is if you're Lamar playing for the Ravens versus Jaden Daniels starting first game versus the Commanders is a bit more of a
It's not a fair comparison.
But Daniels had decent numbers.
No,
no.
Stace,
I just saw the box score. I didn't watch the game.
Yeah, I had to watch it because Stace. Now that I've like put my name on shit, I just get cursed out all the time.
Hate mail.
Good.
Yeah,
lots of hate mail.
I like it.
But Daniels didn't complete one pass over that wasn't to a running back, and then he ran. And the Buccaneers didn't have a spy, so I would assume everyone's gonna have a spy on him, or at least force him to throw down the field.
Yeah. There was one
then,
stat I heard, and Fraser, I was hesitant to share it with you because I knew you were going to rub it in Bud's face. But I think Daniel's average yards per pass was under 2.
Yeah, I forgot to check after the game, but I was like, I don't think he completed a ball to the receiver.
Yeah,
at all.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what and it was actually Belichick who said it yesterday. I was watching him on the PMAC show, and I'm pretty sure that's the stat he came up with was it was under 2 yards per pass.
Really?
So that's not good.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but who's worse this week? Who's the worst quarterback performance?
Ooh. It would have been
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Massaji.
Yeah.
I think
is he washed? Is he it? Is that it? He's done?
I think so.
Yeah?
I think he's done for a while.
What has he
There's
got?
new allegations this week. Did you, Stacey, see the new allegations? I know you're not in the internet. No?
Let's hear him. I haven't heard him yet.
There's just another thing came up. He's in a civil suit that's like brand new from 2020.
Oh.
But what I think this will do, this allows the Browns to get out of the contract.
Yeah.
So I think even if he doesn't, I think, face charges from it, or he can't face charges, even if it's not true, I think the Bengals can be like, thank God, gone.
The Browns.
Sorry, the Browns. And the Bengals, too. He's everywhere.
Yeah. You know what, though? Like, what
was the allegation? Was it a massage incident?
It was more like a hookup that went bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it didn't include,
At some point, if you really wanted to be sneaky as the Browns, do you not just find like a private investigator and say, here's a budget of money, go and find me some dirt on this guy, because they got to get out of like $190 million still. Like, figure out a way. You can have 10% if you can track it down, right? Like something under, but like you can't.
This is
it. Can't keep them, and you can't just eat that money. Like, I mean, you're gonna have to eat the money, but like you can't even keep them around.
Wasn't it? He's only got like 55 months left on his contract, though, so it's not too bad.
Let's not skip over for the internet. Blaise wants everyone to know, Conspiracy Blaise, the Browns hired this PI to leak this info.
That is an idea. I did
Saying
not
it here.
suggest this is what happened. I said, wouldn't it? Like,
that's
it would actually be smart of them to do it.
Yeah,
I'm on board with it. I'm on board. That makes sense.
I'm not saying that it happened, but I'm saying if you were them, like, I bet you they're looking every single way. They've got somebody looking through that contract for ways to get out of it.
Yeah,
absolutely. How could you not?
That's fair.
And classic Browns having old Baker playing not too bad down there in Tampa. Eh? How's that, eh? Old Baker.
Yeah, played great.
He looked nice.
He is.
Yeah.
Good
there
player.
Was that throw over the shoulder that was gorgeous. There was a couple of them.
Yeah,
I love
it. Can play.
He can. also is watching Jaden Daniels at the same time. Jaden made Baker look like Peyton Manning. It's like Baker was spraying around, throwing the ball around, and Jaden couldn't complete a pass more than 2 yards, as you pointed out. But Stace, there's
so
I'll keep it short, Stace, but there's a story. What?
No, go ahead. I'll just disregard the statement about Daniels having a good game. I don't know what that's all about.
Yeah. Baker, he went to Oklahoma and he couldn't play for his first year. So there's a story. Some guy in his class was in like intramurals, and he was like, "Hey, do you want to come play softball on my intramural team?" Because Baker had to sit out a year. So Baker's like, "Yeah, I'll come play." Transformed the team. Like it was just like some frat team. He absolutely dominated. He played every position, killed everyone. Like they dominated. He's like, "Oh, well, it's spring now," because that was the fall. We need a quarterback for our intramural team. Comes out, makes him practice, like drills him, and of course they don't get a point scored on him. He puts up 500 points a game. It's just like he was the most competitive guy in anything they did. It was softball. They'd play any stupid game. Cornhole, he'd kick the shit out of everyone. So I've always been a Baker fan. Yeah, yeah, some good stories.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just maybe it's just Cleveland. Maybe that's it.
Yeah. And Carolina. Carolina let him go too.
Right. But they're doing they're better now.
Yeah, they're way better.
They got their guy.
Are they the worst team in the NFL?
I was telling Blaise, I texted him the other day, I had another epiphany. Stace, 2 epiphanies. You know what epiphany means? Well,
sure.
Something. Sure. Yeah. But the Panthers...
I can't say I've had one, but I'm waiting for one.
The Panthers have traded away 4 of their best players, arguably 5 of their best players in the last 3 years, and they just let Baker go for nothing. So they traded away Christian McCaffrey, they traded away DJ Moore, they traded away Caleb Williams in proxy, and then also as part of that trade, they traded away Jalen Carter, who would be their best defensive player or top 3. Oh, and Brian Burns. They traded away Brian Burns. That's 5.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, but they still got Chubba Hubba, so they're okay.
Yeah. Some bubble gum.
Yeah. And they just lost their best player. The Brown, the D tackle. He's such a good player. And it looks like he's done for the year. So, yeah. Things are great in Carolina. It's tough to be a Panthers fan. I actually know one in Kelowna. I actually know a Panthers fan. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Good guy. He actually he goes every year. It's his group that they travel with, and they go to a different Carolina game every year. I think it's called the Roaring Riot or something like that. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, they all go, and as couples, they go down, and they, one person arranges it, and then they all just throw them out.
Yeah, I see what's going on here.
Maybe. There's got to be some sort of
Yeah.
Are they playing the upside down pineapples when they're doing it as well? Or
I haven't asked. I doubt it, knowing this guy, but
Panther parties.
Panther parties. Yeah.
Yeah. Now you think of it.
Yeah. Right.
They're always pretty excited to go.
Yeah.
And one year they went to Cleveland. I was like, "Is that the best place that they play?" But
no.
He was quite excited because they went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and then, didn't really tell me about the other nights. So maybe you're onto something there.
I think so. Little Panther parties.
Yeah. 5 couples, 1 hotel room.
Yeah, going to Cleveland. What can go wrong?
He's been to Miami. They've been to all the cool spots.
Go to the
Cleveland.
Hit the Johnny Manziel Museum. That's a biggie. Yeah. That's good.
Since we're on QBs, I think also another loser is second-year QBs. Aside from C.J. Stroud, Will Levis had the worst play of the weekend. Bryce Young may be a complete bust. And Anthony Richardson, again, because I have to stand on my he's a bust take. Aside from his one throw, which was enormous and gorgeous, couldn't do anything throwing the ball downfield. He threw up 2 Hail Marys that got caught. One was super nice, though. But he didn't look good.
Did you watch that game?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't see it. I mean, they're competitive in the end. He had three passes over 50 yards, which is impressive. But so you're saying he just can't, other than the chuck and duck, he
Yeah.
Doesn't really complete much.
It was like the one bomb was nice. He kind of slipped, so I wonder if that threw people off. But that was one of the prettiest throws you oversee. But then the other two were just, were Hail Marys. Guy kind of went up, caught it in coverage, and then he ran. Which I mean, he trucked one guy. He's an absolute freak specimen. But you'd think not playing a, I think they could have done a lot better on defense. Was just kind of spying him, forcing him to throw over the middle. So
I think you need to give him a few more games.
Yeah.
He didn't play a lot in college. He was hurt last year.
Yeah.
His athletic ability, I think, give him until the halfway through the season. I think he might have a different tune. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Have you guys...
you are pretty stubborn and you like to stick to your guns. So.
Yeah, I was just going to say...
I have to.
You sure you're talking to here?
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Stace, isn't it always funny when Blaise calls people stubborn?
Yeah. Well, you guys are both probably the worst, I would say. For being stubborn.
Not worse.
And usually wrong,
I think you meant the best, I think you meant to say.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
We're never fucking wrong, Stace. Get that right.
Wow.
Yeah, Stace.
Are we there already? Are we
he's having some sort of Costa Rica
what do you have
energy. Stace, he's going to be fired right up. Who knows what that is?
Yeah.
You picked that up at the old all-inclusive down the street there, right?
Yeah. Little iguana juice. Gets you right going.
What's the humidity down there today, Fraser?
I don't even know. It's humid, though. I don't know the numbers. I just go outside and I'm like, oh, it's humid. Or it's not. Yeah. But it always is.
Right.
I feel like I took over a lot of the losers. Any other losers or winners you guys got, Blaise?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Browns fans, you feel they're so dedicated and they love their team so much, and their roster is pretty good, right? Like their defense is good, and they got some pieces, on the O-line, and then they just get dumped on all the time, right? Like it's tough, it's to see such a loyal fan base. I mean, I've gone to Seattle for a game when the Browns were there, and it was probably, for all the Seahawks games I've gone to, it was maybe the most supported by a visiting team, other than the Niners, obviously, because it's closer in their division. But like there was Browns fans everywhere in Seattle, and it was they're like that everywhere apparently when they travel, and like it was you feel for them, right? They're just sitting there going, you have a good roster because they were in the playoffs last year with Joe Flacco.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And, then you get all excited for the year. Hey, we're getting our quarterback back. And he comes back and appears to be healthy, but he's just shitty. And yeah, that's got to be tough. It's going to be real tough.
If Deshaun's out, is it the UCLA kid? Don't they have another decent backup? We have two, right?
I think they have 4 on their roster.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you know who it's going to be? And this is going to be legendary if they go to it. And I actually hope they do early next week. Is
Jameis.
Yeah. Eat some dubs. Eat some dubs in the dog pound. How great would that be?
Oh. Yeah.
Like, bring back the absolute roller coaster. I'm picking him up on fantasy because it's just so much fun.
Yeah.
Plus your team stinks. And you lost your quarterback.
High score of the week, I think. They're second anyway.
Okay. What about winners? What about Barkley? Now that's a winner, eh?
Yeah.
He could be. He might be the top running back right now in the league with his line.
Bold predictions.
And
Bold predictions.
in that system. With that system.
Oh my God!
Hey, watch
hot takes.
Hit.
Stays with the hot takes.
That's a hot take. Look, the guy got cut last year. Basically, from one of the worst teams in the league, he was down on his luck. The Eagles took a chance on him. Hey, Fraser,
you're frozen. What's happening here?
I think he had a stroke.
Get the hamster on the wheel again to get that internet going.
Jeez. Oh, power outage. Hold on. The show really starts, hey?
So today on the Blazer and Chainsaw Show.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah. What we're going to do is talk about life in the real world.
You know what's really nice is getting rid of that loser. Honestly.
It is.
I've told you for years, just cut him loose. You know what? He's a liability.
Yeah.
You know, he relied on his charm and his shit. Disregard what we were saying about you. Never mind.
I have a generator. I don't know why. Normally the power can go out, but
yeah, we just saw an uptake in the ratings just spike a minute ago, Fraser. I'm not sure what.
That's weird.
And speaking of that, I got a huge bump in my Instagram followers after last week.
Did you?
Nice.
Yeah.
Stace.
You can follow me under the chainsaw.
No.
What? Oh, yeah. It went from mostly friends and family to a couple unknowns. So it's growing.
How about that?
Nice.
Yeah.
How about that?
Mm-hmm.
That's why you came back. That's why you're like, oh, wow, I'm going to be an influencer. Time to get on here.
I heard your ratings crushed it, so you're about to make a big deal. So I want to be part. I think I got to be at least 15% stakeholder now. I know we talked about that last
15.
week, but thank you.
If you keep on sticking around,
we'll see how the ratings keep on going. But there was a rating spike about 15 seconds ago. There's a big rating spike. It was the Blaise Chainsaw show.
Yeah, we had a good thing going.
The chemistry was right there. It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was like Statler and Wardorf.
Nice.
There you go.
You know what, though, Fraser? Before we did go to our commercial break there, the hard-hitting analysis with Stace was awesome. I loved it because he went from 1 second ripping my fantasy team, and then his number one winner was Saquon Barkley, who is my fantasy running back.
Oh.
I was like, hold on a second here.
I got him in a fantasy league, too, and I'm really happy about it. But yeah, rags to riches, hey? Thrown out of New York. No one wanted him.
Yeah.
He literally looked like the fastest, strongest human being on earth. Like, he looked like a man against boys.
Yeah. He busted through those holes. It was impressive. The biggest thing with him, hopefully he can stay healthy. I'd love to see it.
Yeah. It was, that's a tough team, right? With Brown and what's the other guy's name?
A.J. Brown, he's kind of good.
Smith.
Hurts is still he's a mixed bag, man. Hurts is still a circus sometimes.
But he doesn't have to do much. Just throw out to those stud receivers and hand the ball off. A couple tush pushes, and you're looking good.
Yeah,
looking good.
Hate to say it, but they did look good.
They did. What about that field? And you want to see losers?
I mean, obviously the Patriots. I mean, just winning beer for their fans.
We already discussed the Patriots.
All the world over. Probably looking at,
you're starting to
going
lose
through
ratings
for the first 8 weeks, 5-6 wins, and then it's going to be Drake May time, and probably end up in the playoffs this year. It's going to be a fantastic. I'm so excited about the season.
Stace, can you push that? Why don't you make that bet, Stace, to say if you weren't not going to win a game, say no playoffs and get your Bud Light back?
No. No more bold predictions.
No.
They'll win it all if I say that.
I hope so.
What about losers? What about that field in Brazil? Did they just cut part of the rainforest down and plant some sod? What was with that?
That's terrible.
Jeez.
It's terrible.
What are we
it's
doing
so bad
here?
They're flipping inside and all over the place. What I don't understand is how they don't get it sorted out pregame. I mean, they're changing shoes. Get out there and try them all out before the game even starts. They're there for 4 hours before the game.
You only need one pair of shoes. 7-stud, 3/4-inch spikes. Just
Stace's old Nike Sharks.
Yeah.
He had those things for 17 years.
They were actually Reggie Bush's.
Were they?
Lasted longer than they were the Adidas 7-stud, 3/4-inch spikes, Reggie Bush edition, and they lasted longer than Reggie Bush.
Nope. Not one person reminds me of Reggie Bush more than you, Stace. I just want you to know that. It's like looking in a mirror.
Yeah.
If you just were black, you're the white Reggie Bush. I've heard people say it before.
You are.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually.
Yeah, I like that.
Very similar body types, actually.
Absolutely.
No. I could think huge winner, Fraser, we forgot to mention.
Back
at the brink struck for Mr. Dakota Prescott. 241 sheets guaranteed. You kidding me?
Yeah.
Over the 60 million barrier. unreal. Good for him too.
Nice.
Just by all accounts, he seems like a
Yeah.
good teammate, good person, works hard. Hasn't really had the playoff success to back up that contract, but at the end of the day, that it's the market's the market. I think if you look at his contract or even the quarterback contracts in general, you could almost say that the losers are the teams that just have to pay their quarterback next, right? It's always the next guy is always just getting more. Like you look at that game in Miami, Tua versus Lawrence, and that was a battle of $50+ million a year quarterbacks. Come on, no shot. Like you watch that game and you're like, there's no shot. You shouldn't be paying those two to combine that.
Yeah.
But that's the way that the market is. So the next guy up just gets paid, and they just wait until someone signs, and then their agent picks up their phone and says, "Hey, did you just see what Lawrence got? Guess what? My guy's 5% better.
Yeah,
Sign the check." So winners is quarterbacks again, as always, but the losers are the teams that got to pay middling quarterbacks.
Yeah. And I think like Dak, someone said like he was already the highest paid quarterback once, and he did nothing with it. So now let's make him the highest paid athlete or NFL player.
Yeah, let's double down.
It's like your boy Cousins, hey?
Oh my God, exactly.
Oh, look good.
But another loser. Thank you, Stace. I like to pile on Cousins whenever we can. Starts the game off with a pick.
Sure do.
Yeah.
Starts it off with a pick quick because he wants to, so we can come back and it won't be my fault. And then he ends the game with a pick. So that was, and another, we'll keep a little running counter. I think he's up to, he's got one more loss against winning record team. So let's say that. Back on Dak. If you had to pull quarterbacks, third epiphany, Stace, count them down, third epiphany. You have two options for the quarterback. And option one is like when they're getting paid, they're negotiating contracts. One, owners don't care about me. My shelf life could be 3 years, 5 years, 7 years. I want cash now because at any moment I could be hurt. Just give me every cent or more, and that's them. Behind the scenes, if you ask them off the record. Or two, all I care about is winning. I'll take a pay cut so we can have better players around us, which, Mahomes, Brady would kind of fall in that. Other players, I'm sure, but how many people do you think would take the greed and how many take the success and build the team better?
I think I think those stats are out there. I think
Really?
they all just take the money.
Yeah, that's true.
Rodgers took less.
Yeah, Rodgers took less.
He's a man of the people.
He's also 40. And I
think he did back in the in his heyday. I think he did.
No chance.
I remember they wrote about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's such a small percentage. It's such a small percentage, unfortunately. And it's amazing that more haven't when they look at the model of what happened with Brady and how it, why it worked. That they were able to keep, better protection in front of him and a better defense, and because he took less, and you'd think that the guys would have learned from that, but come on, look at the names of these guys that have been signing these massive deals. We just talked about two of them that played against each other. I mean, they're also kind of their agents are in their ear, and they have to be I don't know if loyal is the right word, but they've got to be thinking about the position. If they go and take a pay cut, that affects people behind them to get contracts, and then they're going to get it from the players union and everybody else. So it's not that they're all just greedy, but it's just the system, the way it's set up.
That's a great point.
You think the PA has something to say, right? Like, hey,
for sure.
They're just obviously the owners can afford it, right?
Yeah. The best idea I've heard when it comes to that is take the quarterback contract out of the salary cap.
Just pay whatever.
Every team gets one, right? If you're going to make the exception like the franchise tag, every team just gets one, and it still has to be within reason, right? Like we can't, blow it up and give somebody $300 million a year, but have a number, but have it separate from your cap. And, to me, that seems like, the union would never probably go for that, but.
They might.
Yeah.
There's more in the pot for the rest of the guys.
True enough. Yeah.
And
so maybe they would.
What's a special teamer again? What's the minimum league minutes? Still 500?
No, it's closer to 9, I think.
That's from 60 million that Dak's making to a guy that's making 900,000, eh?
Yeah.
On the same team.
Right.
Which is 900,000 that's Fraser type money, but I got a ways to go. But,
aren't you going on like a month-long Europe cruise next week?
What?
Aren't you going on a week-long Europe trip next week?
Europe is basically free these days, guys.
That's totally not true. I don't think.
Oh, yeah, it's no frills.
Yeah.
All right.
It looks like the minimum salary is $800K. Yeah.
There you go.
863. I thought I saw somewhere, but
oh yeah,
you're saying it's rated 800. Yeah.
Yeah. And then that's just for rookies, but then if you're in second year, it's 870. Third year, 940 is the minimum you can pay a guy.
Yeah.
So those guys are getting cut though. If you're a minimum player at 3 years, you're probably not on the. You're probably gone, right?
You're just average. Yeah,
you're just,
not going to be it because I think too. Then that starts kicking in towards pension time, right? After 3 years, so that's a big one. After your third year, you better be contributing. Because if they can replace you with a rookie, they will. It's cold business, man.
Yeah, and I think that was to my point too. It's like, fuck it, no one cares about us. I'm just gonna take as much money as I can.
Yeah.
Now, big winner. We forgot to mention yet. I had a bold prediction. He was ranked worst 3 quarterbacks in the league, like as a projection.
Yeah.
Leading the league right now. And I don't know if it's QBR, but just ratings. Sam Darnold, I said, will be a top 15 statistical QB, and look at him go.
You said that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I even got it in the faneverland.com article. Check it out. He started 12 for 12. Has a great offensive coach. I don't know. But am I here's where we're back to me being
they did play the Giants though, right?
That's true. It is the Giants.
Yeah, they're garbage.
Yeah.
And
but
for years,
I know. I was with you. on that. Like I think he's going to have a fine year. He's not. I don't think he'll keep that pace up where he's the best guy in the league. But like you said, great offensive coach. They got a solid line, and he's got good weapons. So, why not? Right? Why not? I'm still baffled at the running back decision. Like, why? When I watch, like, if you were picking a team right now and you had to choose between Aaron Jones and Josh Jacobs, who would you take?
Aaron Jones probably at the cheap money, but I would say just because Jacobs is a lot younger.
Is he that much younger?
Yeah, Jacobs is only 26.
Is he?
What's Jones?
30 this year.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Yeah,
he is really good. Yeah.
When motherfucker Jones is healthy, that guy delivers.
Whoa. Yeah.
Jesus.
Motherfucker Jones.
I feel like that was a forced F-bomb. Why did we have that one in there?
That was from
Pulp Fiction?
No.
Okay.
Shit.
No, it was from a comedy. Oh. Horrible Bosses. Bosses.
Motherfucker Jones.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
We went through this last week. My
Pulp
TV
Fiction
knowledge
was when he had it on his wallet. Remember, he's like, reach into my wallet, grab the one that says "bad motherfucker" on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Remember that? Pulp Fiction.
I was only like
Never
4.
seen Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
You watched Pulp Fiction at 4? Where were your parents?
No, I think I was only 4. I probably didn't watch it.
Holy, what are your... Anyways, motherfucker Jones.
Motherfucker Jones. On the Sam Darnold... Go ahead.
No, that's my fantasy name. I
like it.
Nice. Are you just changing it right now?
I'm gonna.
Nice.
It's gonna be motherfucker. Can you swear on your?
You can put like
Aaron Jones on your team first of all. Like
I have him on my team. One of them.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Motherfucker.
I think we're gonna censor that one. We'll put it like a little star where the E is.
Yeah.
Or just make the last E a 3.
In case someone's
no one will notice.
Drafting their team or something.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I was gonna say the Sam Darnold thing. It's like for years I didn't care about the Vikings because I just knew there was no hope. So is this just back to the days when I had hope, Blaise, and it's just kind of a little carroting me along, like, oh yeah, we have maybe we'll be okay, make the playoffs, and then it's just absolute shit.
No, but why not? Their roster's good. Their defense is good. They were fine last year. Their O-line is really good, and like I said earlier, there's very few teams that have O-line as a strength, but theirs is solid. Another one of the good teams in your division just lost a quarterback.
Yeah,
and another team in your division has a rookie quarterback. So why not? Like, why not? The Vikings are always going to be. They're going to be 8-9, 9-8. Maybe they find a way to get to 10. Who knows? You're not a. I don't think you're battling to be a 4-win team. So why not be optimistic?
Which almost I want to not be optimistic because I'd much rather just trash this season and get some nice picks versus just be that mediocre 8-win team as we always are.
No. You already have your quarterback of the future if he's any good.
That's true.
Why would you want to do that? That's not the culture you want.
Yeah, that's true. That is not the culture.
You got some good players. Like, ride with it. Maybe Sammy can get you to the playoffs. Who knows?
Yeah.
When he did play in San Fran, he was pretty good, right? Ever since he's gotten away from the Jets, he's been okay. So
typically fixes a lot of things getting away from the Jets. How did they get shit kicked last night? Can we go there for a minute? What happened? I thought it would have been like a 3-3 game.
Nah, the Niners are good, man. Niners are good, and Rodgers hadn't played what they say it was 600 days.
Yeah,
that's tough. Plus, he's old, and he made some amazing throws though. Like the one down the sideline, the back-to-back throws he made to what's his name that he had with the Packers there.
Lazard.
The one down the sideline and then the one down the middle. Like, he can still make some pretty amazing throws, but he's.
That could be the fantasy pickup of the week. Lazard.
Hey? Yeah. Lazardo. Let me guess, you got him too?
No, I don't.
No.
I didn't know he was even playing in the league. After last year, I thought they were like, just beat it, eh?
Yeah. Yeah. San Fran's good. San Fran's good, so you can, you don't want to get behind against them, and then McCaffrey's out, and they bring in this other freak who just runs like an absolute truck. I mean, where'd that come from? Never even heard of the guy.
No. I kept on thinking it was the guy from he plays on the Colts now. I kept on getting them confused. I was like, wait, he's back? I always thought that guy would be good. I think he went to Ohio State or something.
Yeah.
I'm probably not making any sense, but
no, you're just kind of throwing names out there.
Yeah.
I'll find him.
Yeah,
it's Trey.
I think it's
Trey.
Hopefully, Trey Sermon.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, where's he?
Wasn't he a beast in college? Ohio State. Yeah, he's with the Colts.
He was good. Yeah, he was good.
That's who I was thinking the new Trey was, but it's not.
I'm hoping we see more of that from the Jets, though. I always just enjoy when they get pumped. It's fun to watch. And now with Mr. Overrated there, if he's along for the ride and they're getting worked, I'll probably enjoy it even more than I have in years past.
Rodgers, Mr. Overrated?
Yeah.
Still pretty good.
He
can't move now, though, right? He moves less.
Yeah.
So.
He does.
Because he was kind of like a sneaky runner, right? Like, I mean...
He was. Mm-hmm.
He was a good sneaky runner. Another winner, rookie wide receivers. Aside from the best one, everyone had a really good game.
What did Neighbors do?
Neighbors had like 60 yards or something like that, like 5 for 60 or 6 for 50.
Okay.
Something. I mean, half decent considering who's throwing them the ball.
Yeah, true enough. Yeah, the Thomas looks like the real deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Deion Coleman, I think, led the team in receptions or yards or was second.
Yeah.
Xavier Worthy had a... Yeah.
No, Worthy, hey?
Yeah.
We forgot about him because he played Thursday night, but the Chiefs look pretty good.
They do. How could other teams around the league must be just sitting there going, why did we let the Chiefs get this guy again? He's so fast. When he got that end round, it looked like it was going to be a couple yards, and then all of a sudden he just was like, through the hole. I'm like, whoa, okay, that's not normal speed. That was not.
And Kelsey didn't do much, and they still look good.
No.
Yeah.
Stace, did you hear? I probably didn't tell you. I told Fraser before our draft because we do that auction draft, and I was like, look, I like Mahomes, but I don't like the Chiefs. But I know that they're going to be on TV all the time, and they're going to get every call known to man. And instead of being super annoyed by it, I said, I'm going to flip this. So I'm going to get Mahomes no matter what.
Yeah,
and
you
then,
overpaid.
Oh, I sure did, but whatever. I got him. I went in. It was my game plan. I wrote him on my sheet before I even got him. I was like Kevin Costner in Draft Day. They said, "Oh, this guy, no matter what, get him." So at least when they're on all the time and he's running around doing his thing and making all his fun plays, even though I want them to lose, I'll still be happy because he's light the lamp for my fantasy team. So never done that before. But
as far as the fantasy aspect, Allen's the beast right now for fantasy, or Lamar, I guess, right? Like, they got to change the rules. It's got to be like we changed 5 to 6 points for throwing touchdowns.
Yeah, bump it up
because these average quarterbacks that can run they're the number one asset. That's not really how a QB should be looked at, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Overall, if you could do like Allen, if you can run and throw, you should be clearly the number one. Not a guy who can just run for 160 yards and pass for 13.
Like Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels had a big fantasy.
Yards.
Huge fantasy day.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
And he will all year because they're going to be behind all the time. So he's going to always be dropping back, and he's going to run for 80 to 110 over and over and over again, and get his passing yards through the year. He'll be a huge fantasy guy.
Yeah.
Speaking of Lamar, I think we got to shout out that I think he was my favorite performance of the entire week. Just like he was playing like it was a Super Bowl game, sacrifices his body. I don't know, I just really liked what I saw from him, so I just want to give him a little shout out as a thank you, because I feel like
he played
not
hard,
everyone.
man.
Yeah.
He I think it's in his head. I think when you see these athletes of these teams, and there's always that one team that just has your number, and I think he knows deep down that he's not going to be the guy until he can beat Mahomes. And his team isn't going to be the team until they can beat the Chiefs, and it's over and over again hasn't happened. So you could almost see that in him. He's driven, and especially playing against them, I'm with you. I still think he's so erratic sometimes. I mean, like that last drive, he missed 2 touchdowns that are throws that any NFL quarterback should make, and then he makes a great play and likely has his toe out of bounds, but he also gets them down the field by just being the best, simply the best athlete on the field. Like, he really is. And you're right. He was like a man possessed, and I think a lot of it is just that team. I think he knows that they're the team he needs to knock off to get to the top of the hill.
It's like the old days, like with Barry Sanders or Deion Sanders. You had to watch the game, right? Because you don't know everyone wants to watch him play because you don't know what he's going to do. But it's going to be something crazy, right? Like he might get stuffed a couple times, and next thing you know, he's 60 yards down the field, right? Yeah. In a hurry. Yeah. Speaking of the Baltimore, Henry looks like a weird fit there, right?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
And it's
he's
not
an
the
eye back, right? Like he needs to have momentum going into the line of scrimmage. So, no.
Like he would, like San Francisco offense, something like that, right? Where they throw a fullback in once in a while. Like, it looks funny too with Lamar lining up under center just to give him the snaps. That's pretty obvious. If you're lining up under center, there's a pretty good chance.
Yeah.
Hand it
What
off.
we're doing here. Guess what?
Like I'm sure he's still got a lot in the tank left, but it's just a weird fit. I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah, I think you nailed it. He's definitely not like the guy you want giving draws from shotgun. You definitely want him just eye formation, run down your throat, get some speed.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What do you think of that Sunday night game? That was a good game, man. The Rams and the Lions. Nice football game. Those teams are so tight, and
the Lions are bullies, man.
That last drive was absolutely emasculating. Like they walked in, they just went into their house, sat down on the couch, took a beer out of their fridge, and then went upstairs and banged the dude's wife. And the dude was home, and nothing he could do about it. That's what that last drive was.
Is that what
really?
happened?
Did you watch it? Like there was nothing the Rams could do at all.
Fraser, ever heard that?
No, I don't know. Like,
I hear that all the time.
absolutely emasculating. They just they did. They punked the guy. They punked the Rams in overtime.
I don't know if I'm scared, Stace, or I have an erection, but it's one of the two.
I know I'm changing the locks on my doors. That's for sure.
It's a good thing that poor Auntie Kim is related. Poor cousin Kim's related.
Yeah. Jesus, Murphy. Oh, frick. Blaise is going to be on he's going to be on the Dateline podcast next day. Just roaming into guys' neighborhoods, drinking beers and crushing old ladies. Hey? That's something else right there, right? Whoa. Ding dong. Ah, fuck. Blaise is here. Hey! Fuck!
Oh, no. See, you're missing the point, Stace. The Lions didn't knock on the door. They didn't ring the bell. They just waltzed right in.
Fucking throw beers out the window. Just drink the beer.
Stay out there.
Like a bear.
Hey!
Here's some treats.
Here's some treats. Leave us alone. You on the couch. Fuck. On the couch again. Oh, that's
awesome. Did it not seem like that though? I mean, come on.
No. I mean,
they sure did. They just absolutely bullied them. There's nothing they could do to stop it. It was awesome.
Looked like a strong offense, marching down the field and scoring a toucher to win. No, that's not what it looked like. It's not at all. I'm coming in.
Oh no.
Are you gonna open the fridge or I have to? Give me a beer. Martha.
You never heard of a comparison, I guess, Stace?
All right. We got it. Let's go. Okay, that's okay. We get what you're saying, Blazer.
That's good. That's good. You're still gonna change the lock though, right?
Yeah, locks are changed.
Just in case that guy down the street decides to give you the Lions treatment.
I don't want any of that treatment.
We have to call that the Lions treatment from here on out.
We do. Knock, knock. Who's that?
Shit,
Dan Campbell.
Oh, God.
Oh, shit. That could be the next commercial for him.
Yeah.
Hey.
Screw Applebee's.
Yeah.
Screw Applebee's.
Just Subway comes in with the old fucking footlong for your wife.
Yeah, fucking
no.
New Coors Light commercial, or maybe a more masculine beer, something like an IPA, 9%.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking.
You know what's great though? I never actually.
Hey, Coach. Beer? Ah, fuck.
Never really thought about that too, though. But like, didn't McVay marry a supermodel?
Oh yeah,
that's great.
Yeah,
when you really put this into play, we might be onto something here. Like, imagine if Dan just went down and was just like, "Oh, guess what, Sean?"
I can see it now.
Yeah, you might want to just go sit on the deck for an hour or so.
That's why McVay got so jacked. He looks ripped on the sideline. He had to defend off.
Yeah, defend off the bear.
Yeah.
The neighbor's mowing his lawn, sees Dan show up. Ah, fuck. Bill! Dan's here! Ah, fuck. He's coming in!
Blaise needs to go to those Panther parties with his Carolina Panthers buddy. I hope he doesn't come to your house on Halloween dressed like Dan Campbell or Kim's getting it.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's going to be a great Halloween costume. That's a good idea.
All right. Okay, let's get back on topic here, guys. Are we done? Are we ending it with this? Is that it?
I mean, yeah, it's a good way.
Yeah.
We gotta get to some.
We gotta go over. Yeah, get some lines. Also, before we, is Jerry Jones the Joe Biden of the NFL? He's just like he's signing. He's a GM. He's 82 years old. He gives Dak this contract. He just doesn't know where he is. I don't know.
It could be.
That's tough. To say to them is poor Joe. Like, he's not weekend at Bernie's yet. Like, he's at least somewhat coherent, I think.
That's fair.
Or is his son making the decisions now, and Jerry's just talking to the media?
Face. Yeah,
I don't know.
But you think he would say that? You think he would? But I guess he's like one of the richest. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely not. That's Jerry. That's his whole reason for being alive at this point is he's the face of the Cowboys still. He wants to be that. That's why he doesn't want to have a strong coach, right? Like he wants a coach that's going to sit in the limelight or sit back and let him be in the limelight all the time. So
yeah, that's true.
Maybe
that's why he's holding, just like Biden was holding back the Liberal Party. Jerry Jones holding back the Cowboys.
Oh,
see,
boy!
Here we go.
We don't get into that up here. We don't care about politics.
No, but I'm just saying it was a comparison. All right, the Lions.
My comparison is way better, I think, Stace.
Yeah, I think so. That wins.
I think this is a lot better. Safer, too, for sure.
Okay. It's safer. Coming in, knocking someone's door down, banging their wife is safer?
No. Yeah.
All right, well, let's get into it. We're going through the lines. We'll compare. Hopefully, if we agree on some, we'll get them right. Last week was tough. We had some bad beats. The Bears game, we should have won that one, but that was stupid. We should have had the Titans covering. The Rams, we nailed, but they won by 6 in overtime, but we said that would be a close one. The Packers-Eagles, that was just a crapshoot. What else did we miss?
There was just, you know which one I didn't miss? Patriots getting those 8 juicy points. God, what a sucker's bet that was for some people. Oh, and by the way,
I missed that one. I missed that one.
By the way, I am just loving life in 3 survivor pools right now where in all of them, half of the people are gone, courtesy of my boys. Love it. And people that I know that took the Bengals, I've been rubbing it right in their faces. That guy there with the jersey behind him was probably one of them.
I think I forgot to put the survivor pick in, to be honest.
In week 1.
I thought we did it the
last season. You do it again this season.
No,
you do it again.
No,
start over at week 1.
Last year we did the lowest score was eliminated.
Yeah, that's still a thing.
Oh, so we have 2 survivors. Yeah, I must be.
Well, I'm in a totally separate survivor pool where you just everyone throws their money and you try to pick a winner, and half the people are gone because they bet against the Patriots.
The great Patriots.
Yeah, hey,
the great Patriots. They're back.
Lesson learned.
Yeah, there you go.
Any real stinky lines this week, Fraser?
Let's just go rip through them real quick. The Dolphins, 2.5 favorites versus the Bills. I think I would take the Bills.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bills.
Bills? Okay.
In Buffalo.
No, it's in Miami.
No, it's in Miami. You got to be careful those early season games in Miami where you got to keep them up north. It's so hot down there.
Yeah.
But like I didn't realize. I've seen the highlights so many times of that Miami game where where Buddy fumbled right at the goal line there.
Yeah.
Going in and the next play was a touchdown. I didn't realize it was 17-0 at the time.
Yeah.
That guy gets in there, that's curtains, ball game. And
Lawrence was killing it. Like I have Lawrence in a bunch of fantasy. He was throwing the ball how he wanted. They were dominating, and then all of a sudden the last whatever it was, quarter and a half was flipped.
Yeah. So I think that's an interesting line. I'm not. I would have thought more pick 'em for that one. But Eagles at home only giving 6.5 to the Falcons. That seems like easy money.
Yeah, Monday nighter 6.5. Taking the Eagles. I'm with you that one.
It's like 12 days rest.
Yeah.
That's what you need to prepare for Kirk Cousins. Apparently, the old 12-dayer.
Is it? Did you say it's the Monday night too?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty good primetime.
Good
guy,
point. Good point,
yeah.
Stace.
Yeah. Shines.
Next game we got Saints Cowboys. The Cowboys 6.5 favorites. This is a tough one because Saints played all right, but they played a shit team.
Yeah, they both did, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a tough one to handicap, I think. But the Saints always play good D. But they had a lot of kind of weird touchdowns, big touchdowns. Yeah. Who knows if that happens against Dallas? 6.5 seems like a lot to me, but I got the Cowboys wrong. No, I didn't get the Cowboys wrong. I got the Saints wrong last week. So
yeah, but Ooh, well, I think I'm going to go with the Saints. When in doubt, take the points. Especially, it's a big spread.
Yeah. Another when in doubt, take the points. Buccaneers getting more than a touchdown at the Lions.
Ooh,
We're just singing the praises of old Bakesy's, and now 7.5 juicy points.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have thought, same thing as the Rams, I would have thought either team will win by a field goal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
I'm with you on that.
Maybe Coach shows up at Baker's house this week.
Yeah. That's no good. Yeah, I never thought of that. That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
But
isn't Baker's house a stadium still? Wasn't that a commercial?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Baker isn't tied down either, so maybe he's got that he's
Baker
untouchable.
would fight back. Baker would not just let that happen in his house. Baker would fight back.
Baker probably has 3 girls at his house, so he's like, all right, go ahead.
Oh, man after your own heart.
You are
did you, going back to the Saints, Blaise, did you take the Saints with Cowboys? I'm writing this down.
That's a tough one. I really don't know.
I'm gonna go Cowboys.
Okay, yeah. Stace Cowboys.
Yeah. Elliott. Oh, he looks good out there, man.
Zeke.
Hey, Zeke.
You know what? I think I'd probably want to know the details on Marshawn Lattimore. He apparently might have a hammy or a groin. Unfortunately, that guy always seems to be banged up. But if he's playing, he can keep a lid on CD. He won't. No one's going to shut him down, but he can kind of keep a lid on him. Without him, then I think, I think it's Cowboys. But.
Okay, nice. Ooh, another big line. Ravens 9.5 favorites over the Raiders.
Yeah, Raiders are garbage.
Yeah, it's true.
They, I think they got some good pieces on defense, but my goodness, they're not going into Baltimore where Baltimore's got extra rest and coming off a brutal loss. You thought that Lamar was fired up last week. That's Ravens all day.
I have no stats on this, but I feel like Ravens are always a team that if they beat you, they know how to beat you down a lot, like running the ball for 500 yards and you're toast.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Stace, who do you got? Ravens?
Ravens.
All right,
let's move on.
How about the Rams getting points?
Yeah, against the Cardinals of all teams.
Right? That's got to be one of those, where there's always the one divisional matchup that's just weird. Like a certain team just always beats the other team. That's got to be the situation there. Like, do the Cardinals always handle the Rams?
I don't think so. I don't think they handle anyone.
Yeah, but, it's one of those weird division things to think that they're the favorites.
Yeah, that's weird. I'm with you. I'm going Rams on that one.
Yeah, before I went off on the new the Dan Campbell bullying tirade I went on, I didn't get a chance to talk about Stafford. Guy's a stud, man.
Yeah,
he's just like he's up there in age, but he can still sling it. And they were missing like 3 linemen. They lost 2 in the game, and pressure was in his face all night.
Lost Puka, and all he does is just keep spinning the rock like it's. I don't know. I like watching the guy play. I think he's just gutsy and he's not scared.
What about Kupp having a massive year this year if he stays healthy?
Yeah,
he could get back to 115 catches.
Yeah,
I think he's got 12. Did he get 12? Something like that.
I think so, at least.
Yeah. Especially with Puka gone for 4 weeks. Is it 4?
Minimum. Speaking of receivers, I'm screwed. I've got Marvin Harrison in 2 leagues, and he did absolutely nothing. So,
yeah, what happened there?
I don't know.
I think he forced it in. Like, get him involved early. Do something.
He would. Did you see the play late, like in the last drive, when he was just running down the sideline by himself?
Oh yeah, he was in the end zone almost, right?
Yeah, no one around anywhere. Oh. I mean, I think Murray was scrambling around a little bit, but still, he was wide open.
Is that more it? He's not much of the people who are used to playing with Kyler, used to the scramble drill. He's running routes how they should be run, and he's just, it's one game, I guess. Not the end of the world, right?
Yeah, that could be right.
Yeah. Then I got Steelers favored 3 points over the Broncos. I know where I'm going on this one. What do you guys got?
Oh, yeah? I wish that was going to be a Russ homecoming.
Oh, yeah, that would have been fun.
I guess not really home. He kind of was just basically a renter in Denver. But
is he still out next week? Is the Caffey still not healed? Or are they going to give...
They named Fields a starter like a couple hours ago.
Oh.
They did? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Russ. Is this it for Russ? Is this it?
Yeah.
Especially if they pull in another win, if Fields runs for 150 yards and throws for 30.
I was always saying Russ's starting was like a political move. Like you had to start him because you signed him first. You had to do right by him, even if you got slightly outplayed. And so now this is like perfect for the Steelers. Now they're like, oh, good, we can start Fields. We think he's better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because they didn't know they're going to get Fields, right? Until way later after they got Russ, when he was at a huge value.
I like Fields. I don't know. I think
I think if Fields just does his thing and just kind of, runs for 3 first downs a game, doesn't turn the ball over, they get a little bit out of their ground game. Their defense is nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Like TJ Watt, I know you said that Lamar was maybe your favorite player to watch. I think TJ Watt might have been the best player I saw all week.
Yeah.
He's a freak show. Him or Ramondre Stevenson, but it would be probably a toss-up between the two.
I need like the whatever that TV shows where you can mute button. Blaise only gets so many minutes on the Patriots per podcast.
I said one word. There was hardly any time involved in that one. I'm sneaking that one in all day.
I got the Steelers too.
Blaise is trying to get an Edelman podcast, so he's squeezing the lime. He's gonna Blaise and Edelman. You'll be gone, Fraser. Just give
my middle name is Eddie, so it could be Eddie and Eddie.
Fraser and Chainsaw are going to be the last duel when Blaise leaves us to Patriot land.
That's not your nickname. That's not your nickname.
Once you're gone, it will be. You won't have a choice.
I'm gone. Once I'm gone.
Oh, when Eddie picks you up.
Yeah. Eddie picks him up. And Simmons.
Yeah.
So we got the Steelers. This is a little scary. I think we've agreed on all but one so far. Bengals, Chiefs. Chiefs are favored 6 points.
Take the Chiefs.
Oof. Bengals always play them tough. I don't know how they do it. I mean, they've beaten them in the playoffs. They beat them in the AFC title game. They always play them tough. I think that's unless I'm doing it in a pool, that's a stay away for me. As much as the Bengals didn't look great, something about their DC. He seems to know how to play Mahomes a little bit. So I'm staying away from that one.
Is it the same DC from a couple of years ago when they were good, or is it someone new?
Yeah, same guy.
Okay.
Anarumo, something like that.
Because I feel like their defense has dropped off so bad the last year. I thought maybe he was gone.
Yeah, I mean, players get older, and I don't know if they lost. They had that one D tackle that was awesome there forever. I think he's either gone or faded a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Trey Hendrickson's not getting any younger. They had a couple good young corners, but
I agree with you on the stay away because I think this is either if you believe Burrow is okay, then you take the Bengals all day. But if he's not, this will be the game to kind of show you that.
Yeah,
I'm sticking with the Chiefs. I think they'll win by double-digit numbers.
That boy.
Oh,
Stace, what about your team?
And lock it up. Who are we playing?
Getting points. Getting 3.5 at home. They're underdogs at home against the Colts. Yikes.
I just don't think Malik's been there long enough. Like, they just signed him like a week ago, right?
Yeah.
Like, what are they going to do? Run the ball? Like, he's just going to run around? I never understood why... I still don't understand why they don't sign a veteran, like... Or they should have at the beginning of the camp, right? Like, at the beginning of the year, sign... Oh, who? They had no one.
They had 2 other quarterbacks in camp, and they didn't like either one of them. They got rid of them and brought in Willis, last week.
That's what I'm getting
a week and a half ago.
Like, sign a veteran, like a guy that's played.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, sign someone that's, if your guy gets hurt. Like, I don't know.
like an Andy Dalton or that kind of player.
Yeah, someone who's going to get you a couple wins. I just, like, wasn't Malik, was he a second rounder a couple years ago?
He was a first? Yeah.
Second.
And,
maybe first.
And they just let him go for Levitt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I just...
Where's Jimmy Garoppolo?
He's suspended for 4 games, and then
for looking so good.
Oh yeah, where is he?
Yeah. Who's he backing up? Is it the Raiders? No, he went somewhere else. He was
didn't
the
they
Raiders.
kick him out?
Yeah, they punted him.
What's he
He's
suspended
with the
for?
Rams.
Rams, yeah.
PEDs.
Come on.
2 minutes for looking so good. Be gone. See you later, Jimmy.
He gone.
He's just wailing away at porn stars for a whole month. There's nothing else to do. Just having a time of his life.
Wow. Someone's on a theme this week. I heard something like that, but
I gotta call my aunt and make sure. She is all prepared for what's going to happen when he comes home from work.
I'm after hours. I'm not at work.
Oh
yeah, after hours. Yeah,
after hours. He's on a stakeout right now.
Stace, to give you some happiness, just so you know, while you guys maybe can't throw the ball, the Colts can't throw the ball either. So I'm taking the Packers, not only to cover but to win. I'm taking a win out.
You know what?
I'm with special.
I'm taking it back. I'm with you, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, you got Stace back on board.
I'm back on board.
Here you go,
Stace. By you.
Hey, you know what? I got to be a believer. Let's go, Malik.
Yep.
Let's go, Malik.
Let's go.
I like Malik in college.
You pick him up for fantasy, you'll probably get 200 rush yards.
Ooh,
wow.
I need him.
That might be pushing it a little bit.
Maybe a bit.
But hey, if you get Josh Jacobs from the second half last week, you might be in business.
Yeah. How many guys are going to be in the box? They're going to have the whole team.
Wow, they might be. But
Stacey, I got Trevor Lawrence playing the Browns this week in the Guillotine League, so I might pick up Malik. Just out of your thoughts there.
You're out praising Trevor Lawrence at the beginning of the year. You forgot that.
I was, but he's playing the Browns. It's supposed to be a good defense. The best defense, top 2.
And
how was that game?
And he did nothing last week, did he?
He did. Yeah, the first half was incredible.
Yeah.
But then
some really nice passes.
His line is just terrible. Yeah. So let's go back to who'd you just bring up? The Jaguars. The Jaguars are 3-point favorites over the Browns.
Yeah, in Florida.
I'm taking the Jags.
Jags all day.
Jags all day. I wonder if that line has moved at all from. It won't show me from the Deshaun notes.
It wasn't the notes that he's as horseshit as we thought he was last week.
No, that he could be, maybe not suspended, but what do you call it? Where you just put him on a leave while we find facts.
Their process is so slow for getting guys suspended. I mean, he's fine.
He's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not.
Chargers, Panthers, Yeah.
Chargers.
6.5 favorites. Yeah, but 6.5 points. Stace.
Next.
Swipe.
Next. Man, let's go.
So Chargers 6.5 points. I'm saying that they cover that. Blaise, what do you got?
Yeah. Easily.
Okay.
Easily. It's going to be some volleyball there too.
A dumpster fire. Stay away. The Giants, Commanders. Commanders are 1.5 point favorites.
Even YouTube might not put that game on. Honestly, who's watching that? There's no one that's not a fan of those two teams that's watching that game. There's absolutely unless you're obsessed with Jaden Daniels, but that game is going to be hot garbage.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd watch that game if it was the only game on.
You think Bud's going to watch it?
Oh, yeah. But he has to watch the commies. He still calls them the Redskins. That's how far back he goes.
You can't say that word anymore.
Why?
I don't know. Fraser told me there's a lot of stuff you're not supposed to say on podcast, Blaise.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think
we need to start.
I think we threw that out the window.
Used to be.
Yeah.
When Dan Campbell came home railing people's lives, I think we threw out those things out the window.
Yeah. It was an example, guys. It was an example.
It's not that Dan would do that, but he could.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But he would choose not to. Because he's a gentleman.
Yes. Big mean
I need to have
gentleman.
one of those little boop Just so we know, Blaise doesn't know Dan Campbell, nor is he associated with anyone in his family.
Yeah. Yes, he doesn't believe he's actually done this in real life.
or just edit it right out.
I don't know if that's possible.
That's going on fire forever.
Yeah. That's like 20 minutes of our podcast if you edit that
Yeah.
out.
Where are we at now? We got 49ers Vikings. Niners 6.5-point favorites.
Is that one's in Mini?
In Minnesota, yeah.
Ooh, wow.
They beat them last year.
That's a lot of points. Big win. Short week on the road.
Vikings. I'm going Vikings in the points.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Early window, West Coast team traveling east. There's a lot of stuff lined up against the Niners there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would have maybe thought a little bit, but how the Vikings absolutely just the Niners crushed the Jets. I would think.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right.
They're
I'm
buzzing
torn on that one.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
me too. But there's a lot of stuff stacked up against the Niners there. If they've come back and completely roll in that one too, I think the whole league needs to be a little bit scared.
Right? Did they add anyone? Like anyone of notice? Not like they needed to, but
yeah, it just didn't really lose anyone. Their guys,
they didn't lose anyone.
I can't remember the dude's name last night. The one D tackle was an absolute menace. Again, I can't remember his name, but it was like every second play he was in the backfield just blowing things up. I mean, he's not like wasn't a top 10 pick or anything like that. Like that was an animal.
Mm-hmm.
Be way cooler right now if I could remember his name, but I don't think it's not coming to me. So, but no,
That's right.
They just look solid. And apparently, then they've got the next Emmitt Smith in the backfield now too. That guy was ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah.
I always thought it was weird that they got C-Mac. Did they trade a lot for him? Just because it seems like no matter who Shanahan has, the guy runs for 1,500 yards. Like Elijah Mitchell or some other guy.
Right? It was a second rounder they gave up, and then the big contract. Yeah. But that said, I mean, I agree with you. He always has their running backs are always good, but I mean, C-Mac is still different. I mean, when he's there, they're such a problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and Purdy played good again last night, man.
Mm-hmm.
He does a nice job.
It's only fantasy football, but I think he was like 5th last year in like statistical fantasy points. So I mean, and he wins games. So that those two combined, I mean, means you got to be pretty good.
Is he still making like $8?
Yeah,
this year or what?
Yeah, he's still on the minimum, living with some roommates in San Francisco.
Yeah, he can't even afford to pay for rent in San Fran.
Boy, he's the one dude.
He lives at the field.
Yeah,
he shot Ricky Purcell for his contract.
trying to get his Rolex. Yeah, hey, you're a first rounder. Give me that Rolex. No, oh really?
Yeah. Somehow we saw the aftermath of Purcell, but we didn't see like who actually shot him or what happened.
Yeah. So what would Purcell be making right now? What's his rookie first round? He's a first rounder, right?
Yeah, late first.
Yeah.
So what is he? What do they get? Like $4 million or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, he would have got a signing bonus. That's probably more than what Purdy's made in the last 2 to 3 years.
That's just crazy, right?
Yeah.
Like, 4-year, $12.5 million.
Crack research team is here looking it up.
How?
4 years, $12.5 million for Ricky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done right.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
That guy though.
Yeah.
It's not very often he gets shot in the chest and live to tell about it. That's impressive.
No.
Maybe he's Wolverine.
Good for him.
Oh.
Could be Wolverine. Hopefully he comes back. Who else do we have? Oh, the Jets Titans. Jets 3.5-point favorites over the Titans.
I'm taking the Jets. Bounce back.
A-Rod bounce back?
Yep.
Whew, that's a lot of points too. But my goodness, Will Levis. Holy cow.
Mm-hmm.
What a disaster is that. I mean, talk about throwing a game away. What was he doing?
Yeah. That was the worst throw I've seen in some time, since Aaron Brooks days.
Oh, Brooksy.
Wow.
I used to love him too. Remember that?
Yeah.
You loved that guy. You'd play him in Madden. Then he threw a pass backwards to a lineman, and it was like, oh, okay, maybe this guy isn't him. Maybe this guy isn't the truth. Wow.
I think he did that twice. I remember he did something awful, and then the next game he did that.
He'd always have these. Like once a game, he'd pull off something. You're just like, what? What was that?
Yeah, he was Jameis Winston before Jameis Winston.
Yeah, but way more of a circus, I think.
Yeah.
So this is we need to be putting all of our efforts into wishing Winnie into existence in Cleveland this week. Like let's let it happen.
Yeah.
Let him fly.
Winston, my boy.
Yeah. We want Winnie back.
Yeah.
Such a good teammate too. You see the clips of him like at practice and everything. He's just doing everything he can. He's just trying to pump the guys up. He just wants nothing more than for whatever team he's on just to win. Giving horseshit pregame speeches, doing every comedic relief. He'd be a lot like Stace with his comedic relief, I bet, like on the sideline and stuff like that. Just keeping the boys loose. And
similar skill set we both have.
Yeah, same size-ish too.
Yeah.
Same speed.
Like a little baby fat, yeah.
What?
Oh.
Well, it's baby fat, not like a lot. It's like cute little cheeks.
Hey, the old pot down there. Hey, I seen how you came up here a little bit more chunky than the last time too, there, buds.
I'm a dad now.
Not even here yet.
Dad, I'm a Stace. It's called what do you? Baby weight. What's the word it's called?
Less time at the buffet. Maybe more a la carte instead of the buffet. Fraser, the old all-inclusive down there, eh?
Maybe grab the menu and go to the salad area.
Yeah. Then they got. I'm sure they got vegetables down there. Yeah.
Huge place, a lot of vegetables.
Lots of vegetables. You just don't eat them.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I think we left one game out. Oh no, Texans Bears.
Texans Bears.
Texans 6.5 point favorites. They're only 3.5 point. I looked last week because I saw that they're playing each other. They're 3.5 point favorites. So I was taking the Bears as like a double parlay. I would have lost for them to lose both. Yeah. But it's gone up anyways. 3 points for the Texans.
That's
a lot of points.
Either way, I'm taking the Texans. Either way. Yeah. I don't care what the points are. Bears should have lost to the Titans. If the Titans threw that game away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going
literally.
Yeah. Quite literally.
The Bears.
Are you going to this?
Are the Bears?
Yeah.
What?
Are you going to this game next week? Live from the stadium, Blaze? Oh no, it's in New England. Never mind. Seahawks Patriots.
No, I know. I wish. I'm going to the Seahawks game the following week with Binns and Gilly. The Dolphins are in town, so we're going down for that. Yeah. So hopefully they see the Seahawks lose this week and then come back strong and give a good fisting to the Finns next week.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave now. It's been good.
Blaze is on his way over to your house.
No, it's not.
You better lock him up.
How come you didn't ask about that game, Fraser?
Which one?
The Patriots and Seahawks. You didn't.
Well, I was leaving it to the end for you. I figured we'd end on it. The big one.
Let's let Stace go first.
What?
Seahawks Patriots.
What's the spread?
It's 3.5 point Seahawks.
Seahawks. I'm going Seahawks.
They're favored by 3.5.
I know.
Wow.
I know what's going on.
All right.
Is this like a 6-pack on the line here, Stace? A sixer? You already owe 24?
Yeah.
Was it 24 we bet?
It was a box. So I would say the biggest box they
30.
have.
Yeah, probably a 30-pack.
Yeah.
Well, what's that box you can get the Pabst Blue Ribbon?
Franzia?
The Pabst, they have like a 99 box.
Yeah, it's not worth it. I'd rather have 24 Bud Lights than 99 Pabst Blue Ribbons.
You imagine crushing 99 Pabst Blue Ribbons? Oh.
No, I can't actually.
Yeah,
that would be that's gut rot for a year.
A couple's not bad.
So you got the Hawks in that one, hey? Fraser, what do you got?
I've taken the Hawks.
So I keep on saying that I've drank the Patriots Kool-Aid after listening between yourself, Blaze, Bill Simmons. I'm just like the Patriots way.
Simmons doesn't prop them up. He wants to be bad again. I'm down on that guy. He's pissing me off.
But I just think that the Patriots way, like the owner you know, you guys were ranked the worst franchise with how you treated players, blah,
That's
blah,
not
blah.
true.
So
That's not true.
okay. Well, it seemed like it was. But I'm going the Patriots to cover. If it was two
I
and a
like
half, I'd take the Seahawks.
I like
But
it.
I think a field goal game after we saw the Seahawks
Yeah.
not really look great against Denver.
Yeah, and also the same thing that the Niners have to deal with. They're going west to east and playing in the early slot. So,
Yeah.
sorry, Stace. Looks like you're going to be 0-2 betting against the Patriots. It's tough.
It's tough.
At least I'm not going to take any beer off you this time.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we
right,
nailed
that's
some lines. Yeah,
We did.
Stace, do you have any things you want to add?
I'm a little scared. But
That Dan Campbell's coming?
yeah.
I'm not playing against him, so you're fine.
Hey, Dan, I'm out of town for the next 3 weeks. Okay.
Is your dog at home? Is Kobe going to be okay?
I'm out of here now.
It's not Michael Vick, I guess, is it?
Yeah. Hey.
All right.
right.
Fraser podcast.
See you later,
Uncle
Fraser.
Blaise Chainsaw. See ya.
Yeah.
Is your